My condolences to the Greenbergs. My question to them is whether the media has largely ignored them in their quest for truth, or do they give a reason why they won't cover Ellen's case? What do you guys think about that?
I
Well,
don't feel ignored by the media. I think they've been supportive, but they can always be more supportive. Um,
we've learned, for instance, TV will not do anything until there's a conclusion, possibly because of the legal way we are. As for the social media, I think they've done great. Maybe not 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, but we've covered this case for 12 years and it's still getting coverage. That's why we're here. And there are other people have spoken to other media we've spoken to today. So unfortunately, Gavin, you're not exclusive.
Of
And he
course.
doesn't mind. What?
Of course not. Yeah.
But you have something others don't have, live people. And so we feel the media has done right by us. Again, maybe not 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, but whenever something happens, the media has been there.
and I
Uh,
feel that the justice system has not done right by us.
well, that's an issue. The justice system is the slowest moving thing I've ever come across. So
It's
right now,
infuriating.
sitting here today, there is probably nothing happening that is worthy of reporting except talking to us. The DA is not talking. The police aren't talking. Any of the officials involved are not talking. The only thing I want to say one thing. We just hit 150,000 people online at change.org. And
On the petition.
change.org, I'm sorry?
On the petition?
Yeah, on the petition to open the case. Well, I'll give you two things. Number one, change.org said 150,000 puts us at almost the top of the whole thing. The other thing is when this started, I know that many of your husbands and wives, you don't always agree. And I said to Sandy, we'll be lucky if 1,000 people who knew Ellen do anything. Sitting here, I just came up with 150,000. And there, if you really look at everything, all the podcasts, all the TV shows, all the things that have been done by the media with very little solicitation on us. The only thing that had a major solicitation was one of the times way back when I wanted to be on a certain daytime TV show with an MC. But we have not had a PR firm do anything for us, so we don't know what we're doing. Even today, we don't know what we're doing. Gavin could lead us down a dirty road here. People help us, but we don't know. The media has been more than kind, and I appreciate why you would think 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. But I've given up on that. Nobody cares about anything 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Yes, people think about Ellen and Sandy and I, and whatever they think, that's great, and I appreciate it immensely. And a day like today, people recognizing what special or unique day, I appreciate that.
I
But
just never thought that after 12 years we would still be
we don't know. We're clueless.
waiting for Philadelphia
We're a
to do the
conclusion.
right thing.
We never expected. They didn't expect us to be here in 12 years either. I'll bet on that. There are a
Yeah.
lot of officials in Philadelphia who are not happy.
So I think you guys are being pretty gracious to the media in general. And I think you're right. For the most part, the media has treated you really well. There is one thing that has bothered me, though, with the local Philadelphia media, and nobody in particular, but when anything happens in the case and the local Philadelphia media will do one of their 30-second or 1 minute updates, they always show old footage from back in 2011 of like CSIs and the medical examiner vans and all that stuff. And every time I see that, I go, you guys weren't even there. Like those guys weren't even there that night. It so showing I guess the visual showing that the police took this serious and investigated from the very beginning is a complete fabrication. It's completely wrong. All of that stuff happened 2 days later after the scene had been cleaned, after items had been taken out of the
They
apartment.
had to get a search warrant to come back into the apartment
Yes.
to do an investigation, which I thought, in some respects, unfortunately, I'm a little perverse in some ways. I thought that was humorous that they had to get a search warrant to do an
Yeah, you
investigation.
think the probable cause.
done the right way the first time.
I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
they're the police, aren't they? Don't they have certain rights and privileges or something
You
to the
would think
case?
that the probable cause of a dead woman in an apartment would automatically have that power to go in. But by that point, they had already told the apartment building, "Go ahead and clean it up."
Yeah, well,
And
it got worse than that.
oh, well, it's much worse than that. Sure, yeah, laptops,
The
phones were
manager of
taken.
the building, Melissa Ware, called up that this apartment is a mess. And they instructed her who to call to sanitize the apartment. And these people that came in were professionals who sanitize crime scenes or apartments like this.
Yeah,
That apartment was sanitized before the investigation even started. And it was paid for by some private people who had a vested interest, maybe, maybe not. I don't know.